Welcome to the ride. I hope you'll be grateful for your trip down to the pharmacy floor. There, you'll learn that drugs are not only bad, they're also expensive and often very hard to pronounce. Now, how many of you are there? Just one player? I mean, great. Only one player. Are you a first time? Ah, yes, they always come back. May I have your name, please? Thank you very much. I need to remind you that your buzzer is the letter B. Need a Dramamine before the ride? All right then, have fun.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by Mother's Little Helper. Keeps you sedate from morning till late. And don't forget Daddy's Little Helper. Tell the kids Mommy and I are just wrestling. And now, here's your host, Cookie.
Hello and welcome. Now, look, I don't have time to schedule an intervention, so maybe that monkey on your back could be put to good use. You know, it could fetch sodas or answer the phone or something. And now you're about to get the strongest dosage of trivia possible without a prescription. All right, oh, that was sucky. I'm sorry about that. Here's your category. I'd like to make a pharmaceutical withdrawal. So, you want to see the question? Yeah, me too. Here we go. At what bank would you most likely make a suppository deposit? Federal Savings and Topical Cream, First Bank of the Painful Injection, National Bank of the Anus, or Credit Union of the Mouth? It's yours if you want. It melts in your ass, not in your hands. And don't forget there's a penalty for early withdrawal. Now select the highest... Boy, things like this make it all not worthwhile, you know? Anyway, here's your category. Now I really need a new drug. Here's the question. Which of these statements about Advil is false? Advil is aspirin-free, Advil is kosher, Advil contains sodium but is salt-free, or Advil contains beef byproducts. Go get it! Advil ain't kosher. So for those of you planning to serve up a big bowl for the next Jewish holiday, maybe you should order out. Hey, buzz into selective value. This one's called I'm too cheap and horny to go to the drugstore. You know, nowadays condoms are a real necessity, but damn they can be expensive. If you decide to save a few bucks and make your own condoms out of natural latex, what will you need to ask of your pharmacist? May I have a bag of coal chunks, please? May I have some milky tree juice, please? May I have some... Take it! No, but I'll bet you $5 that the idea for lambskin condoms came from some lonely farmer. Think about it. The correct answer is... Latex is a naturally occurring milky juice that comes out of plants and trees. If you buy them dinner first. Okay, select Dillywinkle Doodle Snorfin. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one of the, okay. Now then, here's what your real category looks like. Daddy's Secret Wardrobe. Remember, the sooner you buzz in, the more money you can make. All right, tell me what phrase this rhymes with. Hey, pause lousy dress! And ignore the punctuation. First clue, it's often on a warning label. It's often on a warning label on a bottle of medication. Don't operate heavy machinery. Last clue, the mouth. You want it, you got it. May cause drowsiness. Yeah, that cold medicine I'm taking says that on the box, but so far it's had no effect. All right, buzzing. Coming up. I have no parents, and I'm short. Guess the magic number here is 3565. Could be your lucky number. Let's find out. Which of the following would you expect to see in a sitcom's very special episode about orphan drugs? Arnold Jackson becoming a giant, Webster on a spiritual journey, Punky Brewster being cured of a rare disease, or Buffy, Jody, and Sissy getting over colds? Go for it! Drugs that can cure rare diseases are known as orphan drugs because they're unprofitable for pharmaceutical companies to develop. Just like it's unprofitable for child actors to develop during the sitcom's run. Okay, give it up for... I like my drugs in a hurry. Okay, imagine this. It's a nice spring day and you're doing a cool 75 on the freeway with your top down. Well, I mean, your car's top down. When the cops pull you over and discover 8 pounds of illegal codeine in your back seat, what sound can you make to convince them you have a legitimate reason for having it? Is it sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, or sound 4? Once again, that's sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, or sound 4. Go get it! Codeine is a cough suppressant. And I sure hope you've got a prescription for that open 40 ounce of malt liquor between your legs. Hit your buzzer to choose the value of the next question. The category is... You need drugs to live in South Dakota. And right this way, please. If you consume the complimentary elixir that made South Dakota's wall drug famous, from what are you most likely suffering? Dehydration, depression, low blood sugar, or bad attitude? Take it! The tiny husband and wife pharmacy in Wall, South Dakota started putting signs on the highway advertising free ice water, and the rest is American and marketing history. I tried something similar growing up, but people in my neighborhood just got annoyed when I sprayed them with the hose. Alright, it's time to choose the value. It's roadkill time! Alrighty, remember to buzz in on the item that correctly unites the pair on the screen. And that bonus question at the end could mean even more cash. Are you ready to go a little bit crazy? Me too. Let's do it. Sweater fuzzball and female contraceptive. What's the common link between these two? Score! 1/6 of an ounce and used to stir Lipton's. Discontinues and pearl plank tooth polish. Opposite of specific and plain supermarket brand. Middle Eastern dried fruit and romantic engagement. Medium and notepad. To deceptively alter and the D in THD. Okay, it's bonus time. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all phone shapes? No relation whatsoever! Types of measurements! Parts on medicine bottle! You nailed it! Rack it up! All this will lead to a happier, healthier score. Now let's get back to the game. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Okay, hit your... We're calling this one our X's and O's. Here we go. If the Dallas Cowboys change their name to the Drugstore Cowboys, what should fans expect to see? Quarterbacks busting shoplifters, linebackers doing lasso demonstrations, running backs robbing pharmacies, or defensive backs acting like rodeo clowns? It's yours if you want it. He's at aisle 15, aisle 10, aisle 5. He's only got the security guard left. And he's through the doorway. It's a burglary. In the movie Drugstore Cowboy, Matt Dillon and his rowdy friends rob drugstore after drugstore. Hit your buzzer. Well, there you go. Here's your category. What to take if you're depressed about your wart. So, have you heard of the over-the-counter herbal remedy St. John's wort? Well, if your local pharmacy runs out of St. John's wort and you decide instead to swallow an actual wart from St. John's finger, whose wart will you have to track down? Pope John I, John the Baptist, John... Go for it! No, but suddenly I don't want to eat his steaks anymore. Well, what do we have here? St. John's wort is named after St. John the Baptist because it blooms on his birthday, June 24th. Isn't he lucky? Well, it's better than having a boil pop up on your ass every time it's your birthday. Now select the high... I like to call this category Scabs Unite for World Peace. Hey, remember back in the mid-'80s when those all-star rockers got together and formed that group Band-Aid to end world hunger? Well... if the stage had collapsed during the recording of Band-Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas, which of the following artists would not be affixing a Band-Aid to his skinned knee? Boy George, Bruce Springsteen, go get it! No, Boy George will tumble for you. In case you're wondering, the boss wasn't in Band-Aid, he was in USA for Africa, but his knees are probably all skinned up anyway, you know, from all that dancing in the dark. All right, bang your buzzer and grab the high... I have nothing to say about that. Here's your category. Take this question and call me in the morning. So I go to my doctor's office the other day complaining about chest pains. He sticks a finger up my butt and gives me this prescription. Take a close look. 1 tablet Loestrin BID, 2 Prozac with milk TID, 20 Viagra in D, 3 Wigraine QID. Which of these will I be taking the most often? Viagra, Wigraine, Prozac, or Loestrin? Take it! When you get a prescription, QID means 4 times a day. Oh, and by the way, Wigraine is for migraine headaches. It comes in a suppository. Guess I really do have my head up my ass. All right, buzz in for the cash. Take 2 clues and call me in the morning. Well, on second thought, you only get 1, so pay attention. Medicine, man. Here, have a teaspoon. It's cherry flavored. There you go. Hope you feel better. Let's see your final score. That's the story.
Next week on Hallie McNeil, Hallie opens up about her maternal instincts.
Hallie, I had a really nice time tonight.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
Oh, that's just the dancing embryo. He shows up whenever I feel my biological clock ticking.
It looks like a sick tadpole.
I know, isn't he cute? Well, I guess it's just you and me, dancing embryo.
Hallie McNeil, Mondays.
Here's the story of two very lovely ladies and their far out righteous groovy old man. Went to a party in the 60s, threw their keys into a punch bowl, and then each lady went off with a fella other than the one with whom she came. 9 months later we became a family, bought a groovy pad, and then we changed our name to the Swabbaroos. The Swabbaroos. Got those non-traditional alternative family blues. Being a father's never easy, especially when you don't know whose you are. But we're so proud our seeds were intermingled, and it really helps to have the extra car.
Can I have an advance on my allowance?
Ask your father.
Which one?
I love you, moms and dads.
Make sure your parents sign the permission slip.
With 4 parents, I'll need a bigger slip.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
We're the Swabbaroos. The Swabbaroos. With mom and dad and mom, there's no way we can ever lose. Swabbaroos.
Hey, that turned out pretty well.
Hey folks, Crazy Ernie here, inviting you to come on down to Crazy Ernie's Discount Carpet and Mutual Fund Emporium. It's my 3rd anniversary blowout. That's right, I've got insane deals on wall-to-wall, large cap, small cap, shag, bond, Stainmaster, and concentrated healthcare. I must be out of my mind. I got active managed, I got no load. I got free installation. What must I be thinking? You want diversified international? I got them babies too. I'm mentally unstable. How about an IRA? I got regular, I got Roth. I got direct from factory outlet in every color. Crazy Ernie's Discount Carpet and Mutual Fund Emporium. I'm a threat to society as we know it.
From the pure mountain spring waters of Colorado to the whispering wheat fields of Montana comes whole, natural, yummy goodness. Whole, natural, yummy goodness comes in 846 nature-bursting flavors, including brand new sparkling flavin. Whole, natural, yummy goodness is made with the freshest ingredients known to science. If wrapped and stored in a cool, dry place, whole, natural, yummy goodness will become a treat passed on for generations. Whole, natural, yummy goodness from Mother Nature to your table via our laboratories. Whole, natural, yummy goodness from Organico, an Arthur Daniels Heartland company.
If you're looking for an alternative to alternative, check out the new album from White Noise, Static. Rolling Stone calls it a triumph in nihilism. Billboard says it's a sound that can be found on the radio between, well, just about everything. Static features the title track, Static. Turn that crap down. Something's wrong with the receiver. And the live version of Feedback. Static. We don't care if you get it or not.
Tune in this week as 5 Frosty finalists compete for the title of World's Strongest Snowman.
The crane is lowering the 200-pound corncob pipe into Snowball Bob's mouth. It's in place.
Oh, Snowball Bob just couldn't hang on to it.
Okay, the coal truck is backed up right beside Mr. Shivers. And here comes the coal out of the dump chute. Oh, it looks like Mr. Shivers did not hold up very well.
Carrot Nose will attempt to wrestle this polar bear. Ouch! The bear has taken a bite out of his carroty nose.
He should have used a button.
The world's strongest snowman competition. Are you snowman enough?
Next week on Round and Round and Round and Round and Round Table, Doctors Alan Gurm and Gerald Meatbottom discuss the controversial new sleep-inducing therapy for insomnia sufferers, getting up and getting a glass of water.
But so much is unknown about the effects of getting up and getting a glass of water. There are dangers of spillage, broken glass, water supply. I mean, what do they do with the water once they have it?
Well, we advise they drink it, although we found that handing it to a family member has produced some positive results.
Watch as our panelists discuss this controversial new sleep aid and similar therapies.
Some of your more irresponsible colleagues are now prescribing other more radical treatments like sitting up and having a ham sandwich or even running around with a plate of Jell-O.
Well, we certainly wouldn't support that kind of behavior because of the risks involved, especially to children.
Tune in for Get Up and Get Yourself a Glass of Danger, Saturday on Round and Round and Round and Round and Round Table.